Hello and welcome. Congrats on your new Frosty Factory 217A frozen machine. Here are a series of videos to help you better understand your machine and create good practices to keep your machine healthy and happy. First is going to be powering your machine. You're going to want to have a dedicated line at 120 volts for your machine, which means no other devices should be plugged into the outlet, and definitely no power strips connected to other devices. Placement is also key. You want to have about 5 inches on each side of the machine to allow the machine to breathe, about a fist. This side of the machine has the intake, which acts as the lungs for the machine, and the opposing side is your outtake. And once you have your machine in a secured, happy place for you and the machine as well, then we can talk about turning it on. There are 2 switches on each side. The top indicating drain, power, or freeze. You'll switch over to freeze. And the bottom switch toggles between a thermometer, which is slightly above room temperature, a chill mode, or another snowflake, which puts it into actual freezing mode. So to get the machine working, you want to have both switches toggle to snowflake. This is the hopper indicator light. The hopper is located above the cylinder here, where it has more of your product in it. There's a toggle in the hopper that will indicate when it is low, like so, but when it is full, the switch will float up and indicate that the hopper is full. Again, the light on, low, light off, good to go. Another fun feature is thickness control. There's a screw located on each side of the machine connected to one of the cylinders. This allows you to control the thickness or thinness of your product. Once the machine is going and you want it a little thinner, go counterclockwise on the screw. If you'd like the product to be a little thicker, clockwise. Go about a half turn to 3/4 of a turn at a time and allow about 15 minutes for the machine to catch up. Now on to cleaning the machine. Once the product has been removed from the cylinder, you'll want to have a cup handy to start removing the faceplate screws. Keep them all together is nice because you don't want to lose anything. Then remove the faceplate and remove the beater arm. Now we can begin cleaning your machine. You'll want to have some food-safe lubricant and a clean towel. Once the machine is emptied, you'll want to give a good rinse inside the machine and on the back of the cylinder as well. There's a ceramic seal, and make sure that's still propped in there. Once everything is wiped down, you'll take your rag and clean off the male end of the beater arm. Apply a liberal amount of food-safe lubricant. Placing a spring and place back in the machine. The male end does link perfectly with the drive coupler located next to the motor. So once that is secured in there, you will again take your food-safe lubricant and apply it to the O-ring on the faceplate for a secured lock. And then reattach the screws. You'll repeat this step on the other cylinder. Cleaning the intake. You'll want to remove the side panel. There are 2 screws located, one at the bottom and one in the rear. The panel will slide off. Once the panel is off, you'll want to take the grate and give this a wash in the sink. You'll then take a damp rag and go in a downward motion on the intake, remove any dust particles or buildup that may occur. You can also use canned air to remove any excess at the bottom. Once put back together, would recommend doing this every 2 weeks at a minimum. Let's talk time and frequency of cleaning your machine. We do recommend cleaning your machine every day to keep it healthy and happy. There are some parts, though, that can be dishwasher safe and some that are hand wash only. The drip tray, dishwasher safe. Hopper lids, dishwasher safe. Faceplate and beater arm, hand wash only. If you're using more viscous product, like dairy, it definitely needs to be cleaned every single day, or else the product will gunk up in the machine. Let's discuss troubleshooting. If you've been following the previous steps of placement and cleaning, you should avoid a lot of issues. But if it's summertime, they'll be working hard. First is the drive coupler. It is a piece that sits between the motor and the beater arm, creating it to spin within the cylinder. If you hear that the motor is on, but the beater arm is not spinning, that probably means your drive coupler has stripped out. To check that, you'll remove the side panel and check on the white piece connecting the two. If the drive coupler is not spinning, that means it has been stripped. When it is spinning, it's connecting the motor to the cylinder. When it's not, then there's an issue. Another component could be gas. If the beater arms are spinning and the motor is operating properly and it's still not freezing, you might have an issue with low levels of gas. To check that, call your local HVAC technician and they will check your levels and fill your tank up. Come on back. Located in the rear of the machine is an info card for it. This has the model number, serial number, voltage required, and gas type for your machine. And for the final step, and equally as important as keeping the machine clean, is Brix. Let's talk about Brix, baby. Brix is the measurement in which sugar content is dissolved in a mixture and allows it to freeze. To measure this, you'll need a refractometer available online. And it looks like a lightsaber. You'll need to take your batch at room temperature before it goes into the machine. Open it up with a pipette. Draw a couple drops and place at the end of your refractometer. Once, you will close and hold into the light. You're looking for levels between 13 and 17, with 15 being your ideal for freezing temperature. If it's too low, below 13, you want to add more sugar. If it's too high, above 17, you want to dilute with alcohol, water, or citrus. Once you're at a perfect level that you find consistent, ready to toss it in the machine and fire it up.